Hello everyone, this is Paul Villalobos, President of Tech Mobile Reviews, and today we are doing a full review on the Moto 360. So let's go ahead and get started with the design of the Moto X. Now I know this is kind of a late review. This one has been out for quite some time, but I wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on this device, and I haven't done a video review on this product yet, so I wanted to go ahead and do one. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the design. It is certainly a unique device by all means, and definitely has a very wonderful design. The design is comfortable, very polished. The rounded corners and the contour design makes the device a pleasure to hold in the hand. Um, the matte finish on the back is really nice. It's not a fingerprint magnet, so if you're worried about smudges or fingerprints on your back, you don't have to worry. It's actually a nice deterrent. Of course, you can also change the type of back via Moto Maker, a website where you can personalize the Moto X to your liking. You can change it from a matte finish to a wood back that they have. They have bamboo, ebony, and plenty more to choose from. You can also change the color as well. And that's what's great about this phone, is that it's highly customizable with Moto Maker, and I think a lot of people are going to take advantage of that because everyone wants to make their phone that fits their personality and their style. Now, the design of the Moto X is very top notch, and I absolutely enjoyed it, and I think it remains one of the best designed smartphones even to this day. Now let's talk about the display here on the Moto X. It has a 1280 by 720p HD resolution Super AMOLED display with 318 pixels per inch. Now the Moto X is a really great display despite having a 720p resolution. It is a very colorful, very rich, and very vibrant display thanks to the Super AMOLED technology here. Now, colors may be a little overly saturated, but I enjoyed the extra saturation. I think it gives the phone an extra pop to it that I enjoyed. The bezels are very thin, and viewing angles were excellent, but keep in mind that you might have some trouble viewing the display in direct sunlight, as I have found out. The display gets very bright indoors, but not so much readable outside, so keep that in mind. As a whole, text, movies, and games looked sharp. Not as crisp as some other 1080p displays, but they were great. I enjoyed the viewing experience here on this display, and I think you will too. Now let's talk about the performance side of things. The Moto X features is run off of Motorola's X8 mobile computing system, and that's basically a compromisation of all these different processors all packed into one. So it might not be an octa-core processor, but all these different processors are designed to handle something, and that definitely takes off the load on the main processor and gives a really nice experience throughout. So the X8 computing system is comprised of a 1.7 GHz dual-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor, a quad-core Adreno 320 GPU, and then there's two other processors to handle the contextual computing and language processing. Now in the end, this leads to a very fluid, very smooth experience throughout. I had no slowdowns or freeze-ups on my time with the device, and I think that's a testament to also Pure Android. I think Pure Android really helps take the load off the processor. I think everything was silky smooth, and performance was really great despite being a dual-core processor. Now moving along to the battery performance side of things, we have a 2,200 milliamp hour battery on the Moto X. Now it might be small at first, but don't judge the battery by its size. This battery really does last a long time, at least in my testing. Heavy usage, I got through a whole day, no problems. With moderate to light usage, you can get a day and a half to 2 days. It all depends on your usage and how much you use the phone. Let's talk about the camera. And it is a 10 megapixel camera, which is pretty good. But then the shots taken with the camera were not so good. And I guess expectations for this camera were pretty high in the beginning, and now we're sort of like in between bad and good. It's an average camera. It is an average camera. It won't wow you by any means. It doesn't take fantastic pictures. It will get you some good pictures, but then it won't get, and then the results are hit and miss. And I was a little disappointed with the camera. I was kind of expecting it to be at least decent, but it was just average. And the camera really suffers in low light conditions, even the little bit of dark brings up camera noise, and the autofocus takes a little bit of time. So if you're in a rush for a shot, you're not gonna get it right away. It takes some time, and I didn't really like that either. Now you can record in 1080p video. On the Moto X, video did look pretty good, and I did like the sound that came out of it. It was pretty clear and pretty steady. But overall, the camera on the Moto X is definitely not the best feature on this phone. And if you are into taking pictures, or you must need a camera on a smartphone that takes great pictures, the Moto X, I'm sad to say, won't be the one for you. I'm a little excited for the software because I think, in my opinion, the software here on the Moto X is perfect. Near perfect, I have to say, and I think it rivals even pure Android, the pure Android experience that you would get from Nexus devices. It's really that good. And in fact, the Moto X runs a pure Android experience. There's hardly any tampering done that Motorola has done with the Moto X. They've only added a couple of apps and some really cool features that we'll talk about in just a moment. So Motorola added Moto Assist and also Motorola Migrate, and those apps are really useful. Motorola Assist is basically an app where it's using contextual awareness. So if you're driving, it will read your text out loud. It will tell you who's calling. If you're in a meeting, then the phone will silence everything, so you won't interrupt the meeting. So all those are really cool features. With Motorola Migrate, it's even more useful. So if you're going to go switch to another phone, an Android phone or an iPhone, it will basically migrate all your apps and things to that phone. So it's basically a hassle-free experience when changing devices, and I think that's pretty cool as well. The Moto X runs Android 4.4 KitKat on our review unit. It will not come pre-installed, however. When we received the Moto X, it came with Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, but a very prompt software update. Like the minute we used it, a software update alerted us to update the phone to Android 4.4.2 KitKat. So we did that, and now we're running KitKat on here on the Moto X, which is pretty cool. So at least you'll get a prompt update to get the latest version of Android. Now to the good features, or the coolest features on the Moto X. We have touchless control and active display. So let's start with active display for just a moment. Picture this scenario. I have my phone on my desk and I'm doing something important. I get a notification sound. So if I had any other phone, I would have to pick up the phone, turn it on, unlock the phone, and then go to the notification shade and find the notification that just happened. Well, with the Moto X, you don't have to do that. It shows you the notification right on the display. It shows you what the notification is and a little bit of details about it, and you can jump right into that notification, or you can just choose to ignore it, but it will automatically show you any missed notifications. So that's a pretty cool feature, and I really liked how you could just pick up your phone and it will show you right away. Now to the touchless control. It's on some phones out there, but not every Android phone. So the touchless control, you basically just say, "Okay, Google now," and it will open up Google Now, and you can start performing your search right away. You don't have to go into the app or press the microphone. You can just start a conversation with Google Now, ask any questions right then and there, and you don't have to go through any digging. So that's a really good feature as well, something that I really enjoyed and is actually pretty useful. It'll only work with your voice, so if other people are going to say, "Okay, Google Now," it won't work. It'll only work with your voice and learns your voice pattern, so that's another bonus as well. So the score of the Moto X is 8.8 out of 10. Now, you can always check down the breakdown of that score. We have it by design, screen, performance, on camera, and then software. You can see the whole breakdown of that score and why we gave it that score on our website in the full written review of the Moto X. Again, the link is in the description, as well as all the gallery of pictures that we took. That's in the written review as well. In conclusion, I think the Moto X is very solid. and a very unique smartphone, and one that stands the test of time until its successor, the Moto X Plus One, comes out. The Moto X is still a great Android phone to beat, a great Android phone to buy. It's great for first-time Android users. It's great for those who want to get into the soft smartphone experience, but want to do it as easy and simple as possible. This is another great way. This is a great gift for your parents, for your grandparents. The Moto X will get the job done. I would like to thank Motorola PR for sending us the Moto X to review. We greatly appreciate it. We also want to hear your comments and your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of the Moto X? It's been out for a little while now. What do you think? Did you buy one yet? Do you have one? Tell us your experiences. Tell us your opinions of the device in the comments below on our written review as well. You can find me anywhere in techmobilereviews.com. It's there 24/7. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, so go ahead and give us a follow there. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you can get future content available right here on the YouTube channel. Also, you can also give us a thumbs up if you liked this video. I really hope you did. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.